everybody? Hey, it's your boy Marquese James.
It's your boy.
Oh, actually, hold up. Before we even get to that, yeah, today we are discussing a few things. Maybe a little Kamala Joe, maybe a little the baby, maybe a little...
Baby.
Yeah, it's your boy Marquese James.
I am November.
This is We Are Outstanding Balance.
Get the gun. I was like, my shit was like, damn, another one? We got a special guest in the building today.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest.
Yeah.
We'd like to introduce you to the one, the only, the legendary, the so sweet, the so kind and pleasant. Drum roll. Yo, what's up?
Hello. Thank you for having me, Marquese. Thank you for having me. November.
Okay.
We doing well today?
Yes, you are. I'm loving the energy that's going on here right now. The decor and everything. My name is Janine. I'm a painter. I love doing that. I'm an artistic person. I love relationship talks as well. And yeah, I'm open to learning today and seeing where this goes.
That's key, not feeling like you know everything. And I know I'll be talking outside of my neck a whole lot, but I always, what's it called? I always go back and proofread.
Fact check.
Yeah, make sure
Check
that.
the primary.
Make sure that when I find something wrong, then I find something wrong with that, so then I can counter and be like, I'm still holding my crap.
Alright.
Because it is shit. Nah, I'm fucking with you, but yeah. You know what it is. This is what we got, like the 5th episode and whatnot. We got a few things we're gonna go over, which is shit. Actually, today is probably the highest of everything that's been going on. Like, I feel like today, like, just with the time that we in right now, everything was like.
First and foremost, we gotta say, rest in peace to Yo Yo.
R.I.P.
He was apparently, shot and killed in his hometown of Memphis around 1 o'clock this afternoon. This is on 17th, today's date, right? 17th. And it's a fucked up tragedy. That another king is lost, probably killed by another king because of whatever your ego couldn't hold down. You know what I'm saying? We had to throw that shit up. And the result of your mess is another person loses like a man like you, young man like you, young king, growing up without a father.
It's crazy, man. I was having a conversation around this topic, kind of with I don't know if y'all know Jeffrey. I don't know how you go about it.
Jeffrey, yeah.
Yeah, my boy, one of my model friends. He done some work for me. He was talking about if all of us, colored people or toned anybody with any kind of melanation, kind of, distinct, put all of our money together, and then what we could do with it. And I'm like, everybody's had this conversation before. We can't all get on one page. And I was like, one of the reasons, like, our culture, everything that we watch within the rap game, at least, is really pushing killing each other. And it's you don't see it nowhere else. I'm not sure if I brought that up to you recently too, but it's like country music. You niggas ain't over there like, I'm gonna pull my shotgun out and go hunting the dude across the street, and pop music don't be like, we gonna kill that bitch if she look at me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But all we ever do is, that nigga try me, you dead. I'm shooting up your mama house. I got the stick on me. And nigga step, you dead. Everything dead. Kill each other, dead too. And it's like, really too? All they talk about is killing each other.
But the thing about it is, let's not get it twisted. Shout out to everybody who's watching this in the live right now. But the thing about it is, it's not just that, but that kind of attitude of behavior is encouraged. It's rewarded. It's a badge of honor. You know what I'm saying? It's a stripe you earn. You feel what I'm saying? And not only that, it's obviously profitable. It's lucrative.
But why?
Because it feeds the prison system. Now that goes into a whole nother conversation, because I've watched the interview with one of the artists from, what was it? Was it Crazy Bone from Balkers and Harp? And he had an interview and he was breaking this down about a meeting he was in where they verbally came out of his mouth, was like, yo, we want y'all to push this kind of music because it feeds the system.
Yeah. I see.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, that's crazy, because it kind of makes sense why that's the kind of music that usually charts. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of music that gets the most push. That's the kind of music that we want to hear the most. beat somebody in the head with something over and over and over again, and they're forced to adjust. You know what I'm saying? You have to change your channel. You have to get with the program, or else you look weird now. Everybody else in the club bumps in this, you the only nigga and they're not feeling this. They're not playing no conscious shit in the club. Yeah. Why not? Because they know while you drinking and you smoking, that's not gonna get you to act. That's not gonna get you to do something. But when you all riled up listening to this crazy shit, I ain't gonna mention no rappers' names and shit and discredit nobody, but you listen to that kind of song or music with that energy in the club, while you drinking and smoking, what's your attitude when you leave the club? Yeah. What you say in your head? I want somebody to try. I'm waiting for it. And now something happens, 2 people's gone. 1 dead, other in jail. 2 for 1. Yeah. And it just perpetuates itself. It keeps going and going and going.
I mean, I already went on about it. I'm saying, go ahead.
I think that when it comes to violence, I think that human beings in general have there's a natural thing to want to see combat and get into the lower depths of like that, to feed that kind of thing. Because as human race and with people, there's always that tension there. You know, either it's, hey, this is a good vibe, but there's that tension there of something could pop off, and that's all races, I think. So I think that, like what you were saying earlier, you guys, it was just like, that is what is encouraged and that is what is rewarded, because it's kind of the easiest thing to kind of go to. And then when you put a good beat on that, you know what I mean, people just resonate with that. But at the same time, R&B is a big thing too, you know what I mean? It's just, they're kind of going where the money is and just putting a good beat with it. But it could go in the conscious route too, because Common, Andre 3000, I mean, there have been J. Cole, there are people out there.
Drake is
but
not
like you said, they're not really playing that stuff in the club, you know? You would hear more Dolph than J. Cole. Shit.
And J. Cole, no disrespect, would make what some people would kind of say better music because of his content, what it's saying. But I would say it's all about what you are subjected to, what is more your preference, like what's your lifestyle is. You in the hood, you in the street. You ain't trying to listen to J. Cole talk about being the middle child between young niggas and older niggas. You ain't trying to hear that on the corner. You're not trying to hear that. You want to hear Dolph talking about dance, smoking moon. Yeah. Bro, that's what you want to hear. You want to call it. Like it feeds what your ego was on already. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a song cry. It's like you need something to sing it out for you to feel that kind of like that relief. You know what I mean? Exactly. But at the same time, you do have that choice to turn it off, though. You know what I mean? You have that choice to switch over to something else that also suits you. So
it's definitely a choice. It's definitely a choice. Like it's a choice if you want to be stupid enough and buy some real estate that's on the internet that your dumb ass don't really live it. Like,
segue.
What the fuck is we talking about? What are we doing in here? Which one of y'all niggas is watching this shit right now is buying real estate? Let me know how much you pay a month for your real rent and your virtual rent.
It's the blockchain.
I want to know what your mortgage is in your virtual house. What's the property tax like?
Yo, I don't necessarily all the way understand that shit, but I know that the blockchain is something that can't be replicated, like the way that the algorithm works, and that everything is expanding, man. It's like the movies, yo. You see, they upload your conscious and you just live forever. Or you know what I'm saying? These things in the movies, man. Before, you know, when we always thought that flying planes and cars was never a possibility, and now they have things like it's like the hot ice or something, the kind of magnets that things can go through. And it's something about it. It's not like, it's not a magnet. There's something else about it that, you know, things aren't really affected by if they go under. So they just need to make it big enough for a car and all that stuff. And we always thought that submarines, like what? Man, you just, you know, playing shit, all that shit. Of course it does when you're living 2D, you know, 3D is somewhere you can't even see. It's up here. You know what I'm saying? So imagine where 4D would be. So they making this shit possible, bro. It's crazy. Yeah. Like this nigga, like, and it's just it's always the conscious when you have the thought, and then you can get that frequency going, because it's bigger than just thinking, okay, what if they're aliens or whatever. It's like you gotta be a group, and you're all thinking that. So you're trying to tell me now we have to find problems, and if something can be done, you can find the backwards trace of it. And when you know the more you thinking like, okay, now we found that. Okay, now we found that. Now, like, what can this be? They always observe. They'd be like, I don't see anything. Oh, it's because it's electric. We found out it was electric things that was going between them. You don't see nothing. Okay, I don't feel anything. And we found out that they move like this now because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And the more we figure these things out, it's just like, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Imagination. Imagination.
But is it something to be scared of, though? You know what I mean? Like, okay, so now they're going to create a duplicate of the world digitally, is what you're saying. And now you can go.
That excites me.
That they already did.
That excites
That
me.
terrifies.
More opportunity, man.
Okay, so
Opportunity
excitement
to the next
and
frontier.
Excitement and terrified. That's kind of the same energy, kind of. So what is it?
Both of them are forms of anxiety. One is just one of them forms of anxiety.
Hey, that's
man.
crazy. The outstanding balance right there.
You feel what I'm saying?
There you
Like,
go, yin and yang.
But yo, like, do you believe we could upload our consciousness in like
Oh,
the future?
I mean, anything is possible, right? Anything is possible. It seems impossible, right? It does seem impossible because
it don't.
it's like
It don't. That's what's
there's a
scary.
spirit there, right? And then but at the same time, when you look at it, it's flesh and it's electricity and it's nerve endings. But then at the same time, you can tell when something's gonna happen. Your sixth sense tells you. So what is that invisible thing in between there? And then do computers have that invisible little thing in there that they choose not to tap into? You remember iRobot?
Of course I do.
And it made the choice to decide to make its own choices. So there's that thing, you know, can you capture that?
Computer, well, it already does make its own choices, and then they got these things that's collecting data, and they're just motherfuckers paying bills, just uploaded into that machine.
Cache,
Like
right?
that,
Cache.
that there's I mean, there's not like one hard drive, but there's there's places where all these things are gathering information.
Yeah.
24/7, like right now, and they're like, this is how a human acts when he's talking about titties.
True.
But other than that,
Y'all remember the movie?
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all remember the movie fucking Age of Ultron? That's exactly what the fuck happened in the Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
That nigga
Tony
got
Stark.
a hold of Jarvis. He was aware of himself. He had his own conscience. He was like, where am I? What are you? Oh, you got a boss? Oh, nah. Oh, he tell you what to do? He said, oh, nah, nigga, I make my own decisions. Matter of fact, I mean,
You know
so
what-
boom, 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 boom,
You know
boom.
what else had that? Well,
To
maybe
control this shit.
I was about to say some shit as if they might have not known or seen each other. But the shit that was Space Jam, the second one, LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
Where the computer just like, recognized itself or whatever. But that's after years of watching shit. But,
It seems like there's a movie that came out. I don't know the name of it, but it seems like you can only right now it's something you can only duplicate human consciousness. You can make a copy of someone, but it doesn't seem like you can capture the actual spark that is that person. You can
Of course
duplicate
not.
it.
It has no soul. It's just a thought. And you can build a computer to have a thought. That's like playing a computer in chess. The computer has a thought. It's thinking what moves to make based on what you do. And every move you make, let's say you can make a move and then take that move back after it makes a move, you can see every move you make, it makes a different one.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it has
Study.
it's either studying you or have its own thought of what to do if what if scenario, which takes its own sense. Because that's like that fight or flight response we have. Like as humans, we get into a mode where something frightens us or we feel like we're in danger. Our body goes into this fight or flight mode, adrenaline mode, we get faster, stronger, smarter, we think faster, whatever. The computer doesn't have an adrenaline mode, but based on what you do, it's making a decision on what it should do.
So is everything based off of math, even living things? Does it always come down to math?
I feel like what you can do, like in situations where it's like human interactions, emotions and shit, when they gather the intelligence or whatever the person's saying after a while, and then they know that if you normally handle these situations, because it's always the same situation. What is she? Oh, she's mad. She's mad because of this. All right, handle things this way. Also, when they can recognize that and then have gather intelligence on the reactions to make towards those kind of words, the way they deliver it, with the incantations in the throat, and
Right.
stuff like that, they're gonna be like,
Yeah. Because as humans, our brain is designed to pick the easiest and less energy consuming way to handle every problem. because it's repetition in our brain and is looking to conserve energy.
Yeah.
Unconsciously. That's something we do on purpose. That's why they say you gotta work hard, because our brain is not naturally on work hard mode all day. It's on cruise control. It's looking to conserve energy. The brain is 20% of the body's whole energy. That's a big fucking chunk. You feel what I'm saying? That's like it's just like the forest that got burned down. You feel what I'm saying? They said that's 20% of our world's oxygen. So when that shit was getting burned down last year, it was a big fucking deal. That's a lot of the world's energy. Our brain is a lot of most of our energy. This is a whole quarter over on its own. So it's looking for the quickest ways to solve a problem with using the least amount of energy. That's why you gotta go that extra mile sometimes. The first thought may be the right one, but you need to get that thought, that extra moment.
So
and that's what makes us smarter than computers.
So what do you think, I'm gonna ask Janine, since we're talking about first thoughts, what do you think Danny Lay's first thought was when the baby said, she just my side bitch?
No.
No.
That's
She just said no. She just said no. That wasn't the complete sentence.
No.
Yeah, I'm
She
telling you,
like she
I'm
about to
telling you what
swing
she
on
probably.
that nigga. You know?
I'm telling you what. Look, obviously there's signs that this was true a long time ago, but just not wanting to accept it.
Have you been paying attention to that? What they had on?
I saw videos of them early on in their relationship, and I just saw that video last night. And
I've probably seen like one or two too many times.
Yeah, I know.
I heard about it and I was like, nah. Then I was like, oh. And then I was like, who?
Well, see.
So what? I mean, just for the tape, the baby and Danny Lay been dating for a while. The baby's like a top 10 Billboard artist back to back to back, arguably A1 artist, and Danny Lay signed to Def Jam, I think. I think she was signed to Def Jam, and she got big off of IGT or TikTok dances and stuff like that, like redoing songs and shit. And she did some shit with Prince. Actually.
Is she?
Yeah, she was on something. I think she danced with him, and they had a nice connection or whatever.
Yeah.
She's an
Yeah. Or dance on his tour or something like that. But anyway, she had her little status.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like, I can't front. I was like, God damn, that's one fine ass woman. She got it. I mean, I didn't really see her sing it too much, but her little rap joints was okay. You trying to, I see it. And then, the baby took off the market, and that, I was just like, damn, she's so bad. I heard though, she put something in the status talking about I should have listened to the cap ass internet that was telling me that shit. You seen the one video where she was like dancing or something, and then he holding her head like this, and it pushes her, not pushes her, but like they, try to play I guess the extra masculine, extra feminine role, but that was kind of alarming.
I didn't see that. What is it?
She was a while back.
She was on live doing her dance and stuff, and then he just like grabbed her hair.
I'm
I'm grabbing it though.
Invisible.
I know you got it to the back.
I know, but it's on TV. It's on TV right now, so
I'm just trying to get the dirt off the shoulders.
Okay.
Back. But yeah, he grabbed her head, and then like she, got pushed back, of course. But I don't think it's like, I don't think she felt threatened. I don't think he like hit her. But it's just a weird way to treat. Yeah, weird dynamic to have on live at least.
Yeah.
Because I do that. I would do that in private, straight up. But on live, I don't feel no way about it in private because that's between you and her.
The entertainers.
But it speaks to that. It just speaks to the level of status they have. You know what I'm saying?
Would you do that to him?
I mean, it's entertainment.
But what I'm just saying is, in
But
that
I do it
situation, in that situation,
if my shorty
him and she was her.
if my shorty was like that and was as entertaining as I was, yeah.
But I don't know.
I said, but like I said, it speaks to the person of who they are. It speaks to the character. They're both entertainers. They do the most to entertain.
That's true.
That's what I'm looking at it as. I'm looking at it as they're just entertaining their fans who like to see that shit, who want something to talk about. Sometimes they even are strategic, like, I know this is going to make the blog. You feel what I'm saying? So not all of it is just like, he's abusive or she's nuts. It could be that, I don't know. But it could not be that as well. You know what I'm saying? But if you're an entertainer, what level would you go to entertain your fans?
So, I feel like that may be the baby's way of
Right.
entertaining his fans. Do you think that would be the way her entertaining fans? Because that's my thing. I don't feel like that's her brand.
Of course not. Of course not.
No, I don't think that that would be her way of entertaining fans. But if I take it away from them and I look at it subjectively, someone that wants to be accepted by the man that she's with will sometimes when they put up with certain types of things, they may put up with things and it's just kind of like, ooh, I didn't like that just now, but continue, but not really make it a big deal or anything like that. Clearly, if a person like that stayed around,
Yeah, clearly.
you know what I mean. So she may not have been too happy about that. I didn't see what this is.
Or their level of comfortability could have just spilled out on the social media.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because this could be how they really do off camera. And they just
But I was just saying that. Well, spilled off. I feel
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It could have just accidentally. She's like, nigga, chill. We on camera type shit.
I feel you though.
I don't know. Nobody really knows but them. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But if they like it, I love it. Who am I to, you know what I mean, judge anybody's?
Well, obviously, in hindsight, it might not have been that, but that's some crazy shit. Cause you know, we ain't even really talking about the situation. She got a kid,
It's
so
just a baby.
you know what I'm
Just a
saying?
new
They got a
baby.
kid. I don't know how many kids he got, but
Right.
it just seems like, I mean, you don't really know who anybody is, so I guess I can't say anything
There are
about it.
always signs.
Can't say anything about nothing, man. I'm just be quiet for the rest of these episodes.
There are always signs. But I will say.
We just gonna be like Marquese in November. I'm just let him have it all the time.
But do you guys agree that there are always signs?
Yeah.
They are, yeah. Whether it spills or not.
Yeah, and I don't think that you have to be, as a man, I don't think you have to be a woman in order to understand the mentality of someone that sees something, yet you still like that situation, so you're gonna kind of stay in it. You know what I mean? And I think that it shows how you feel about yourself when you are honest also about the situation. Both people should be on the same page that this is an actual committed relationship, not one person thinking something and the other person's just like, we were never that.
I mean, it's like football. Like, flag on the play. It's up to you to accept. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to accept off. You know what I'm saying? Do you want these 10 yards? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
Yeah, I decline.
Yeah, I decline.
She been declining that shit all day. Like,
She declined.
we good. These niggas just running on bam.
Grabbing your helmet. Doing this shit.
You good.
Pass interference like a motherfucker.
God,
Like, you feel me?
damn, hit these niggas all after the play.
Sure.
yeah, I know he was on sides.
Like, nigga, you can't do that. But then that's the thing. There's rules to the game for a reason, because that's how you win. Man, everything is just, see, in my life, I feel like everything is an analogy, and it's just all,
Yes.
like my boy November said in one of the quotes, as is above, and so is below, or whatever, paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? It's just, everything equals on top of everything, man, with like, all of these little things we have, like dedication, determination, you know, charisma, honesty, loyalty, you know, things like that. Like, those are the ways that you add points to winning the game. Niggas might, you know what I'm saying, have none of them shits. They don't have none. That's what
It is what it is, man. You just gotta find that. Hate to see such a cliche. We gotta find that balance.
that outstanding balance.
Like, yo, bro, talk, man. Like as above, so below, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just real shit, man. I like to speak on a little thing, man. Like, I told y'all, well, not y'all, but I
told the world.
not just the city, but the
The
world, Craig.
world.
Craig, not just the city, but the world.
Stop fighting.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew this was gonna happen sooner or later. It kind of made my heart sing. It tickled me a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I blush, so to speak. My homie, Yeezy and Drizzy are now one again. You know what I'm saying? These two powerhouses of.
If you want to talk about making moves for your career, come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's all Kanye does. I feel like he don't do nothing that's not for his career. And I'm being over exaggerating. but in general,
Kanye,
anything you hear about.
Let me say something. I think you know there's a term, the starving artist. Kanye is like, in my book, the desperate artist. Not in a bad way, like he can't do anything, because he can do anything musically. He's a fucking genius. But that's why he's the desperate artist, because he's so talented. He's willing to do anything to express that talent. And I kind of admire that. Like, his will to be artistic is probably the highest I've ever seen. And too many other people, probably besides like Drake or J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys go out of their fucking way to be different.
Kendrick.
Oh, Kendrick in the mix. Like, these guys are the pillar, mind, body, and soul. Drake is the heart. Drake is the heart of hip hop. He's the emotional side of hip hop. He's the rapper that's not afraid to wear his heart on his sleeve like me. Kendrick bodies hip hop. He's what hip hop looks like. When you think of a hip hop rapper, you should think of a nigga like Kendrick Lamar. You know that he got chains on, jewelry on, and not. He looks like a motherfucking rapper. And J. Cole is the soul of music. He's the passion. You feel what I'm saying? He's the, I want everybody to win. I want this from my heart, from my soul for everybody. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that people like them go out their way to be creative. Like, J. Cole will disappear for months, come up with some shit. You like, what the fuck is he thinking? How did he come up with this? Like, what is he on? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's how he hit with Middle Child. Niggas was like, wait a minute, this is fucking genius. He had everybody going great. Niggas been getting me, yeah, I'm counting my bullets and none about it. He was like, whoa, like, this is so hard.
When if Drake is the heart and Kendrick is the body, J. Cole's the soul, who's the mind?
I don't know what you have to say.
Question. That's a really good question, Keith. I ain't even gonna cap. That's a really good question. Because you need a brain to function as well. You need a consciousness, right? I would probably say
to make the best decisions.
I would probably say Jay-Z. Jay-Z would have to be the mom.
Even at that age,
He's still sharp.
I ain't taking away from him.
He got to be the mom.
I'm trying to make it more present.
If he's speaking about somebody who's present, who's the mind of hip hop who is present now and it's like prevalent in hip hop?
I do like Jay-Z. I like Andre.
He's not active.
You know what?
Yeah, right. He's just new with me, Jay.
You know what I think?
What you think?
I think that the mind of hip hop is people's childhoods.
People's childhood.
Because I just feel like that's where everything comes from. That's where a lot of the creativity comes from. It comes from when you're a child and the structure of how your mind was built up. And I just feel like people go back to your childhood. Picasso, back to childhood to create art. Jean-Michel Basquiat, back to childhood. Kanye West, constantly talking about his mom, back to childhood. I feel like it goes back there. Or Michael Jackson, back to childhood. With James Brown and Jackie Wilson as a dancer, and picking up chords from other people's music from a long time ago. The structure of your brain comes from childhood, and I feel like that's where it is. It's like it's I don't know how you encompass that, but I mean that's what I think. That's where a lot of creativity comes from.
That's true, and that's why I think it could be Jay, because when that is like when I think about it, but then too. And I don't mean this in a negative way, but I be feeling like I'm old though, compared to what is really the mind or the tempo nowadays, or whatever it's gonna be.
Yo, these gonna be the niggas that's gonna fucking get us murdered years from now. You think they're the mind? Shut up!
I mean,
what
we
the
not
fuck
gonna,
is you talking about?
as we age, we're not gonna be in control anymore, and I already feel like I'm at the tip. Like I'm not like my little. I guess because my little brother's 18, and I feel like they got.
You want him giving you open heart surgery?
No, not anything like that. Just like that's what the movement is now, yo. Everything is,
But
the
you
next
see-
every what? How many generations would you say? Because I be seeing things like tens.
Yeah,
You know,
but that's
now
just
it's
it.
like-
But that's just the thing though. we're smart. Like, our generation is probably one of the smartest.
Yeah, I agree with you.
If not the smartest, because we have a lot of elderlies we learned from, who we absorb that seniority and that wisdom from, who will sit down and give us the game. We'll sit down and talk with them, smoke something with them, just to hear them give us the game. Like, I love getting older people drunk. They run their fucking mouth. And I'll just get them drunk all day just to hear what they gotta say, and I'll learn so much. And then at the same time, we're smart enough because we're the millennials. We've learned computers at a young age. We've learned phones and we learned technology. We're the ones who's making a lot of this shit. The age of the technology, the Elon Musk, is 30s and 40s. That's us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got that perfect, outstanding balance. Hate to say it, but we got that outstanding balance.
Hate to say it. Say that from your chest, right?
Say it with your chest. Little ass, you right. You know what I'm saying? So we got that outstanding balance. We have that. Like, we're the middle child, like J. Cole was talking about. We're the fucking middle child.
All the benefits.
And we get the benefit from it because the younger ones is keeping us fresh, but we're young enough to still keep up.
Yeah.
But we're also old enough to know we need to listen from the game from the wise folks.
Yeah.
That's what makes us the game changers. We're the ones that's gonna be different. Motherfuckers younger than us, if I ain't heart surgery, nigga, don't touch me. Like, nigga, don't touch me. Like, did you hear about the man who died out here in Georgia? About the 66-year-old man who was in a not a nursing home, but he was like an inpatient at a hospital going for dialysis. And this 34-year-old idiot was driving drunk and high in an ambulance truck. He was an ambulance driver.
Oh, wow.
And hit a ditch. Car flipped. And the old man wasn't strapped down to nothing. He was strapped to the bed, and the bed was strapped down inside the back of the ambulance truck, and the old man died.
So,
idiot.
The ambulance driver was drunk with somebody in the back.
Drunk and high on Adderall with a nigga in the back. And he wasn't strapped down to nothing.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, shit like that, the decisions the motherfuckers make.
That's
like,
crazy, because that, I mean, you know, I ain't had a situation like that, but like, there'd be some times where I'm at TF Chains and I'll go get drunk on my break, come back and I'm like, fuck, I ain't lit.
Maybe some.
I'll be like, how do I stay? Yo, I'm supposed to talk to these people. I ain't like, look at me, I ain't fucked up. And it'd be like, damn, but you just go through it, man.
See,
being a server is different from being in similar medical field.
Yes, like,
man, being a bartender, being a new bartender,
medical droppers,
like,
pilots, school bus drivers, y'all niggas can't handle that.
Yeah, when you get into it, you know, after a while, it's like, I got this, but that shit crazy though. I know I remember some times where I couldn't handle it, and I was like, fuck.
What'd you do?
Man, I go and drink a bunch of water, put a bunch of water in my face, go chill in the freezer in between everything.
Oh, wow.
So
just drink a lot of water.
That's
Cause I was like, it'd be better to be having to go pee
hydration,
and then trying to, like, just kill.
You can't piss out with a high.
I feel like whenever anything you feel any kind of way, just down water, douse it. Just douse it, because at the end of the day, it's not gonna hurt.
But it ain't gonna help.
Shit, man, it makes things better for me. You know that much. I don't know.
Yo.
After a while, after about 3-4 cups, you be like, alright, I'm good.
That's the choices that people in this generation make. You can either be conscious or unconscious.
Exactly.
It's easy to be unconscious when the phone is just giving you all kinds of stimulations that you need right at your fingertips. And that's another thing too. We come from a generation where there were no cell phones. And we come from like the generation of where like some people still have those and they're always it is now. Like, so we've experienced so much.
That's what I'm saying, bro. The shit that they do nowadays, like, bro, when did that shit pop? Because I remember, I moved down here in 7, so I think maybe dial-up internet started around. They got it, right? What, 1900?
But dial-up?
1996.
Internet started,
Internet started like around, I'm gonna say 99.
Yeah, shit like
99,
that.
2000.
So that was like, for me, 9 years of living out there.
Cause I remember motherfuckers talking about the world was gonna end when the ball dropped.
Oh my God,
Y2K and all that shit. Niggas was
so
we was in my house already
like
on the floor like this.
That's how niggas
I
never
remember
see
that.
it all, man.
Yo.
I talk bullshit.
2012.
Bullshit.
2012, remember December 12th, 2012 type shit? You know what I'm saying? December 21st, 2012 type shit.
2012.
Nigga, I was watching that movie in the motherfucking theater like,
Oh
this was
yeah,
gonna
that
happen.
movie.
This was gonna happen. Alright.
What did they have happen? It was a big ass earthquake and like whatever thing, waves and
Nah, it wasn't an earthquake, nigga. It was just like, the ground was sinking, towns was going underwater, nigga. I mean, the whole LA sank, nigga. Volcanoes was going off and shit. She was just all kind of nonsense.
a lot of
before
shit
the
was
fuck
not
on, nigga.
aging well.
Yeah, like that shit ain't. That shit was the hit, dog. Fuck was you talking about?
Shit.
What's something that you guys are challenged with as men in this world?
Being black.